However, it now has drive, so the boat obviously popped itself out of gear for some reason or another. So Tate Ramsey now brings a reckless. Oh, both sitting up beautifully too. Tate Ramsey, very hard at it racer and becoming more and more experienced every time he goes out in this boat. Been basically winning everything he enters this year. Certainly pretty bumpy down the back there as he threw the boat right up on the starboard side there. Just got corkscrewed over by the prop torque. But boat looks and sounds good. Taking a few big hits as he goes through as well. We might try and get hold of crew chief at the moment. Blake Ramsey is down in front of the tower, so we might just run down and try and see if we can get a word with Blake, because I'm sure all of you are as interested as I am to find out what happened with it jumping out of gear there. So he hasn't got the cans on, so he can probably talk to me. Blake, crew chief, mate, what was the issue with the boat this morning, please?
Oh, mate, I'm not good enough to be a crew chief around here. I'm just a has-been or never was driver.
You and me both, brother. We'll start a club.
Chief technical advice officer or whatever I want to be. We just had an issue with we've had the gearbox out, put it back in. We just had an issue with the gearbox lever. The boat jumped out of gear basically, going down the back straight. Rev limiter kicked in, saved the engine. It's all good. We've made a couple of little modifications, wound down the plate again, and yeah, he's good to go, but she's looking a little bit rough out there, I reckon.
Yeah, mate, he had a couple of big flies there. I thought he was racing offshore there for a moment. Thanks, Blake. I know you're busy. Thanks for your time, mate.
All good. Thank you very much, Bishop.
Good on you, mate. Thank you. So there you go, folks. We thought it had jumped out of gear, and that's exactly what had happened. So these boats have a gear lever in the gearbox. I believe it runs a Brett Nedry gearbox in this boat, and the lever is to be able to run the engine out of gear, obviously, to do your tuning and your warm-ups and whatnot, and then be able to put the boat into gear and race. So it's not a gearbox that you can actually select gears whilst out on the water. Once it's locked in, it's locked in. So that obviously had a little bit of a failure and popped out.